Hi, I'm Sherri Grant. I'm a Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus.
I'm Amy Andree, and I am a Gold Ambassador with Plexus.
So, are you asking yourself, why Plexus? Have you seen maybe some Facebook posts? Maybe people have posted some results that they've had with Plexus. You've maybe seen some stories about it. Are you wondering what makes it different? Why should you choose Plexus over something else? There's lots of good supplements out there, and I totally get why you're asking yourself that question. I did too. I wondered, what makes these different than anything else? So I guess what I'm wanting to share with you is a little bit about my story, a little bit about Amy's story, and why maybe these are something that are worth looking into. And I'd like you to just ask yourself the question, why are you struggling with the health issue that you are struggling with? Did it just happen? Like, was it just magic? Did you just wake up all of a sudden and you had this health issue?
Or did you think it was normal and it was really slow? And suddenly needing 8 hours of sleep is normal, and 9 and 10. And if you don't get 10, everybody would prefer you not be around them.
And everybody's tired, right? And every new mom is exhausted.
And everybody's busy and with a gazillion things to do. And if you're exhausted, it doesn't take much to be over the top and emotional. Everybody gets that way. Well, some people more than others. And it's just that time of the month. Oh, it's just that week. Oh, just a little more stress.
So, is it all of a sudden? Or is there something else going on? Because at the root of it, like every tree has roots, there's roots to our health challenges. Our body has roots. And in order for the rest of our body to be feeling out of sorts, the roots have to be affected. For me, it was just a simple back stretch. It felt so good. And I both felt and heard this ominous crunch. Pain shot through my back. I could hardly get up. It was the summer of 2011, and it was the beginning of a year-long search for answers. I eventually came to understand it was due to a long-time hormone imbalance. My forever cravings for sugar, daily exhaustion, and weight management challenges should have clued me in. What if I'd known then what I know now? I could have avoided a multitude of challenges, months of an inability to do simple things like lift a newborn grandchild. The money, the daily hormone injections, the buckets of supplements, those little things we ignore become so much bigger as time goes on. I have rebuilt, renewed, and I am dedicated to focusing on the root cause. I will never regain the almost 3 inches of height that I lost when those vertebrae crumbled, but I have finally found a well-researched, high-quality, and simple program. I'm drinking my water. I'm balancing my blood sugar. No more sugar cravings. My hormones are balanced. I'm reducing the inflammation in my body, and I have so much more energy. I never knew life could be like this.
Everybody's on something. Everybody takes something. It's normal. But does it have to be? And I have some thyroid issues. I got all sorts of stuff going on. But it's just thyroid. As time goes by, it only increases in medication. To actually feed it so that it can start functioning better, well, who's got time for that? But I'll take a few supplements so that I don't get daily headaches. Take a few things so that I don't have muscle cramping that is debilitating, just muscle cramping, like, because everybody's got something. It is so amazing to not have that something. Just, well, not quite float through life, but feel like you're floating in comparison. So much so that you actually forget that you can actually function at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. That is pretty crazy for me.
Or 6:30 in the morning. So I encourage you to take a look at your health issue, whatever it is. Do the Google search, do the research, and take that issue and combine it with leaky gut, inflammation, and blood sugar issues.
Or just Google gut health and whatever the symptom is. Gut health and whatever the doctor told you it was.
I think
See
you'll
what
be
happens.
surprised to find that either one or all three of those issues are tied in somehow with whatever it is that you are struggling with. When I was looking, I was shocked to find all the connections.
And you were taking supplements.
And I thought I knew.
And the ingredients in what you're taking now?
Well, I was taking a whole lot of those ingredients separately.
Because you can't find them together.
Well, and it was helping. But I still wasn't addressing the inflammation or the cravings.
Back to them roots.
Back to the roots. So finding something that targeted all three of those root issues, absolutely incredible. They targeted gut health, they target inflammation, and they target the blood sugar. So every day when I take them, I'm dealing with the root issues. These products are supporting the base.
Supporting so that your body can function and accept and let the meds work.
Whatever you're taking, yes. So Plexus Slim, it was designed for diabetics. It has to be one of the most powerful blood sugar stabilizing supplements that I've ever seen, bar none. What makes it even more exciting is that Plexus added XOS, which is a prebiotic that activates the beneficial gut bacteria.
So,
kind of like fertilizer.
farm girl?
Farm girl. Okay, kind of like fertilizer for the gut. For the gut bacteria.
For the good ones.
For the good ones, yes.
That is already there.
Yeah.
And the good ones you're putting in so that they have something to reproduce and to support you.
Increases them by up to 365 times. Amazing.
With this cool little good drink.
And it tastes so good.
Nice.
So when you start getting that gut health cleaned out, when you start getting the junk that's in our gut cleaned out, then when every single day your blood sugar is supported, you deal with one of those root causes of why people struggle with pain and inflammation.
And cravings.
And toxins. Imbalanced blood sugar. So then we'll talk about the probiotic. It's absolutely amazing in that it doesn't have to be refrigerated, designed so that it targets the most important probiotics in our body, not affected by the acid in the stomach, so it goes right to where it needs to go. And when you combine it with specific enzymes that are able to break away the biofilm around the bacteria, we'll just call that yeast, but also the pathogens and the other things that we do not want flourishing in our body. And when you break away the biofilm, then those beneficial cultures can start multiplying and they can just overrun and push out the bad bacteria.
Nice. Adding good stuff that is most popular, hits the most volume,
Deals with IBS.
gets you to where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Actually getting there.
Right.
Busting up and helping it flourish better.
And reduce the inflammation in the gut.
I was just going to say, and anywhere else.
Right. Turmeric. Awesome. Awesome.
Helps get everything going. And the green muscles.
And that's why so many people take probiotics and they just don't even notice anything, is because they're just not getting that combination.
Multiple pieces.
Right. Putting it together. So when you can go in and really start cleaning out that gut, that's when you start that healing process. Then we need BioCleanse. Love
the fancy name.
BioCleanse.
But in my little world yes, I had muscle cramps. They start little and then they work themselves up. And then after you're on the whole downward side, little ones are actually really painful.
But you know, when we think about BioCleanse to start with, if we're eating 3 meals a day, we should have 3 bowel movements a day.
Ooh, let's get it out of there.
Because, well, at least 2. Because if you're not, the toxins, the things that you ate, the things that weren't absorbed, they're just sitting in the body accumulating. They're sitting against the tissue. They're irritating that tissue that they haven't moved past, and that tissue then is less than healthy. So then they start reabsorbing back into the bloodstream, and they cause another whole host of issues. So many of us are walking around toxic. We're carrying that stuff in our system.
A little sluggish. And magnesium, there's that Google search again.
Yeah.
Magnesium and anything. Every bodily function needs magnesium.
Over 300 bodily functions.
And if you're going to take magnesium, you want to absorb it, a little bit of vitamin C, in a form your body likes. And when you put these two together in this little bottle, your body actually gets 3 forms of 1 magnesium.
Which means that you've got so much better opportunity to absorb it. So because this mineral is one that so many of us are deficient in, it also supports that flushing motion, move things out through the bowel, get all those toxins moved out, and supports our nutrients. So let's just sum up where we're at. We're balancing the blood sugar, we're reducing the inflammation, we're increasing the good bacteria, we're flushing the toxins out every day. Like, awesome. But we also want to repair. We want to repair the damage and the deficiencies that have happened over the years. Because when you have a gut issue, it means you're not absorbing the nutrients of a lot, like from the food. You're maybe getting bits and pieces of them.
Now you're just taking into account life. What about genetics? Hormones, but actual molecular structure of our bodies to absorb what we thought was good and coming in our body.
Exactly. Totally true. So what makes X Factor Plus, the multivitamin, so different than so many other ones? Well, it's fully methylated. Exactly what you were referring to. So anyone with the MTHFR gene who can't absorb,
I didn't even know what.
Well, you can Google that too. They can assimilate all of the nutrients that are actually in the multivitamin.
So their body gets a woo, I can like that.
Absolutely. And it's gotten something else that's really special. It has something called aloe. And if you remember aloe, you know how soothing and healing that is? Think about, put it on a burn because of its healing properties. So it also, what do you think it'll do in the gut then?
If it's healing my gut, my skin, it should heal the lining of my gut.
Exactly. And helps us to absorb those nutrients. So even if our gut isn't up to optimal health, which, I mean, that's what we want, but that's what we're going for, but probably not there to start with, it can still absorb the nutrients because the aloe helps to carry it into our system.
So it carries everything where it needs to go in all the little goodies that we're taking.
That's right. So I just love that. And I love the chelated minerals. I love the bioavailable form of the nutrients, but there's still something else. X Factor Plus has a microbiome activating complex. What's that? It means it goes in and it's like a little switch. It turns on our beneficial gut bacteria and protects them. It's like putting on armor. It's amazing. Again, helping the root cause. It also has a blend that's wonderful for those of us that might be struggling with hot flashes or any other sort of hormone.
But this is starting to talk a lot about hormones. What about men?
Do you think men don't have hormones?
Well, we sure don't want to talk about their hormones. They might yell at us.
Well, hormone balancing. Just think balance and healthy. It works. So to sum it up, we are targeting with even our multivitamin, the root causes of why people struggle with the health issues that we have. So if you wonder what makes Plexus different, the biggest thing is that we are targeting root issues. We're looking at the root sources of our health problems instead of just talking about supplements. So we're trying to manage and feel good with whatever health issue we're dealing with.
So they're also in separate bottles, not all in one. Because this isn't a one pill fits all. This supports everybody where they're at currently, and you can adjust for where they are going to be and where they turn to.
Right. So you can have a balanced maintenance, you can have a therapeutic dose, you can have it adjusted for size of people, for issues, all sorts of adjustments. That's why.
That's why it's not sold in stores.
Exactly.
So that you can talk to somebody about what is going on.
Exactly. So that means that you can think about, why wouldn't you want to have this? Why wouldn't you want to address what the rest of your life could look like so that you could thrive and not just survive with whatever it is that you're dealing with?
Make
Sounds like a
everyday adulting a little easier.
You got it.
And maybe, well, I share with my kids a bit so that my kids are more pleasant to be around.
Absolutely. So if somebody's talked to you about Plexus, I encourage you to talk to them, ask some more questions, learn more about the power of addressing root causes.
And have a wonderful
Bye now.